Hello students, welcome back. We are all aware that all organisms are composed of smaller units called cells. Organisms can be classified into two types, simple and complex. Simple organisms such as bacteria and yeast consist of only one cell known as single cellular organisms. On the other hand, complex organisms known as multicellular organisms are made up of millions of cells. Let's be familiar with cells. A single cell has independent existence. It can perform all the essential functions of life. A living cell was first discovered by Anton van Leeuwenhoek. Later, the invention of the electron microscope opened a new door to the microscopic world. Cell theory was proposed by two scientists named Matthias and Theodor Schwann in 1839. Schleiden was a German botanist who studied different types of cells in plants. Schwann, on the other hand, was a British zoologist who discovered the presence of a plasma membrane in animal cells and proposed the existence of a cell wall which is specific to plant cells. Together, they proposed a cell theory which has three parts. First, all organisms are composed of cells. Second, cells are the basic unit of life. And the third part, which asserts that cells come from pre-existing cells. It was described by Rudolf Virchow in 1858. Let's examine the overall structure of cells in an onion peel and human cheek cells. As being a plant, onion cells has a distinctive cell wall. Here this black one is the cell wall and inside it a cell membrane. Here you can see this is the cell membrane. On the other hand, an animal cell is characterized by the presence of only a plasma membrane surrounding the cells. We can see a distinctive nucleus in both of these cells. In plant cell and animal cell, there is a presence of nucleus. The nucleus contains chromosomes that house DNA, which in turn carries genes, the fundamental genetic material. Based on the presence of nuclear membrane around the nucleus, animals can be divided into two, prokaryotes and eukaryotes. While prokaryotes do not possess a nuclear membrane, eukaryotes on the other hand are defined by the presence of a protective membrane surrounding the nucleus. Examples of prokaryotes are blue-green algae and bacteria, and examples of eukaryotes are all the plants and animal cells. You might be aware of the cell organelles like endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi complex, lysosomes, mitochondria, and vacuoles. All these structures are membrane-bound organelles. That means there is a membrane surrounding these cell organelles. But prokaryotes lack membrane-bound organelles. Ribosomes are non-membrane bound organelles found in both prokaryotes and eukaryotes. They are present in the chloroplast of plants, cytoplasm, mitochondria, and on the rough endoplasmic reticulum. We will learn more detail about these structures in the upcoming videos. The smallest cell, mycoplasma, is only 0.3 μm in length. The size of a bacterial cell is approximately around 3 to 5 μm. So you can imagine how small a mycoplasma is. The largest cell is the egg of an ostrich. It is a single cell. Now let's learn in detail about the prokaryotic cell. We have already discussed examples of prokaryotes such as bacteria and blue-green algae. They are very small and multiply very rapidly when compared to eukaryotic cells. They vary greatly in size and shape. For example, bacteria can be divided into 4 based on their shape. Bacilli, they are rod-shaped, cocci, spherical shaped, vibrio, coma-shaped, and spirillum, spiral-shaped. Even though there is a wide variety in size and shape, the fundamental organization is similar. This is the structure of a bacterial cell. They have a cell wall, this one, surrounding the cell membrane. A fluid filled inside is known as the cytoplasm. The genetic material or DNA is naked or not surrounded by a nuclear membrane. In addition to this DNA, a part of DNA is present in a circular shape outside the genomic DNA. They are known as plasmids. The bacteria have many advantages because of the plasmid. They provide antibiotic resistant to bacterium due to the presence of certain genes in plasmids. And they help the bacterium to withstand adverse conditions in the outside environment. The bacteria can transfer these plasmids among themselves, providing antibiotic resistance to the surrounding bacteria. Prokaryotic cells lack membrane-bound organelles. However, they do contain ribosomes. These are the ribosomes. A convoluted structure is formed in prokaryotic cell by the involution of the cell membrane, which is known as mesosome. They form vesicles, tubules and lamellae. They help in cell wall formation, DNA replication and distribution to daughter cells. They also help in respiration, segregation process and increase the surface area of the plasma membrane. The membrane around bacterial cell has 3 layers. The outermost layer is the glycocalyx. This layer is the glycocalyx, which acts as a barrier of cell from its surroundings and provides protection to the cell. It differed in composition among different bacteria. In some, glycocalyx may be loose sheath called slime layer, but in some others it is thick and tough, which is known as the capsule. Here you can see this is the capsule. Then the next layer is the cell wall. It provides shape to the cell and provides a support for the cell to prevent it from bursting and collapsing. The innermost layer, this is the innermost layer known as the plasma membrane. This is a selectively permeable membrane. Based on the manner in which they respond to the staining method, bacteria can be divided into 2. Gram-positive and gram-negative bacteria. Bacteria that take up the stain in gram staining method are called gram-positive. Bacteria that do not take up the stain are called gram-negative bacteria. You might be aware that some bacteria have thin filaments out extensions from the cell wall called flagella. Flagella bearing bacteria are motile. Flagellum is composed of 3 parts. This is a filament, hook and the basal body. Filament is the longest portion. Some bacteria possesses some surface structures other than flagella, but they do not contribute to motility. They are called pili and fimbriae. These are the pili. Pili is made up of special protein called pilin and are elongated tubular structures. Fimbriae are small bristle-like structures. They help the bacterium to attach to a surface. If you like this video, please share it with your friends. If you have any queries, put it in the comment box. Thank you.